Good morning, Anna. Where'd you going? Jeez. Little bit humid out today. There's actually kind of a drizzle in the air, like a thick mist. Get her! All right, don't listen to me then. Whatever. Oh, there we go. We've got a little bit of work to do on the combine today. It's plenty early, but we've got some things we just want to get ready for harvest. And we've got the dryer crew coming. They're gonna start stacking that dryer today. So it won't be long, and in a couple of days, hopefully we'll have that thing stacked. We still need to run gas and electric to it and everything, but having it stacked and pieced together is a big step forward. I mentioned before we're gonna be changing some concaves in this thing, just to try to help it, give it a little something extra to thresh out the tough soybeans at the beginning of the season. That's the biggest thing we're going for here. I've never actually done this, but I got a hunch it's gonna be messy and itchy. I've been messy and itchy before, I guess. It's a very quiet, sort of peaceful morning. If it wasn't for the crane running in my yard and these wily dogs. There's the base, going on the legs. That is piece number one. I couldn't tell you exactly which. I mean, I know that one around the corner. Here's the top. Other than that, I don't know much yet. I'm sure under a stressful situation like this, they just love a YouTuber filming them. There's been some questions about what exactly we're doing here and why. So this is a whole new dryer. This replaced the entire old dryer. We're not adding on more drying. It's a new dryer. So I guess with that, we are increasing capacity. So it's gonna be able to dry more bushels faster and more efficiently, and keep a better test weight, cleaner corn. And we'll get into a lot of that later on. Right now I'm gonna kind of just get out of their hair and stop staring at them and sharing their job with the world. And I'm gonna head over here with Todd and Ethan, and we're gonna get to work on these concaves. So what we're doing here is we're changing the concaves, which at the front of the machine, or I guess physically it's looks like the center of the machine, but essentially when all the grain comes in through the feeder house and gets back into here where it starts getting threshed, we've got the rotor that spins inside here with the cups on it, and it threshes all the grain between the rotor and these concaves to start with. So the bars on these concaves are shaped a little bit differently to hopefully do a better job of getting cleaner grain and being able to break through the tough soybeans and the wet corn. So the shapes of these bars, you can kind of see the way these bars are on the grates here. You walk over to the ones we took out and they're just a round bar. So this is called a round bar concave.
Hang on, Matt. Go the other way. Oh, that works too. A little bit more.
I want to ask how often you smash your fingers.
Need to go your way, I'm guessing?
Yeah, you gotta roll it though.
He doesn't want to answer that either.
Quite a few.
It's been a busy morning of me mostly just running back and forth, mostly talking to people, not turning a lot of wrenches, but just kind of like putting out fires, I guess. So Todd, Ethan, and Jackson got these in here. Essentially, this is gonna thresh a little differently. We did level these. We put in some different grates in the back, put the spacers in. That's gonna open up our cleaning area back here a little bit. Or I should say our threshing area, because the cleaning area, I guess, is more back here. I didn't turn the light on so you can't see anything. But it's all just chaffer. I mean, it's boring really. So we took out this pre-chaffer area also. That is an option in the combines. This one came with it. We left it on. Made the decision to take it out of there, and we're gonna put some fingers in instead. The farmers maybe know what I'm talking about in there, but open that area up a little bit, and I'm excited to try it. I mean, I look at my watch like that's going to tell me how long it is until harvest. We're still a ways out. 2 months, I guess, really. At least 7 weeks before we're starting to harvest. But as long as I got it in here, I think I'm going to go through and grease things up, check some things over, and kind of do like a pre-harvest deal on it. But that might come tomorrow because we went racing last night and we're going racing tonight, just an hour down the road, and we got some bent up stuff on Onyx's car that I'm gonna go fix instead. And they're scooting on the dryer here. They've got the heating elements to stack in here yet, over in this area, here. Lots of good things getting done, all very good. And I know anytime I bring up the racing, people are like, oh, well, it must be nice to be a farmer and get to go racing all the time. And yeah, it is. It really is. But it makes life a lot busier too, so it makes that much more of a balance with things. But yeah, this is our thing. We don't go to soccer practice. This is what we do. I mean, we do other things besides racing and farming as well, but I guess my point is, for those that want to comment like that, I don't care. And in fact, I wish you the best of luck, and I hope you find true happiness in your life and something that you enjoy away from your job. I'll stop being so negative now and addressing the haters, and I will address those of you that support us no matter what, and who are here for every video, and especially on both channels. So thank you to everybody that actually does tune in and you understand that there is life outside of farming. I sincerely, genuinely, honestly, really do appreciate it. We all do. Our family does. This channel's been life-changing. I can't hide that anymore. It really has. So thank you. Got Onyx's car all fixed up. We're not loaded up yet. I'm gonna get this because I don't want it flying anywhere else. And they're still cruising on this dryer. It's getting taller. And it keeps getting a lot hotter out here. All right, hop in. Good morning. Well, it's been a couple of days, but I got good reason for that. We took the kids to the water parks in Wisconsin, so I've been gone for a few days. And this is what happened while I was gone. So the top still is not on there. They've got to put the top piece on and then run the spout going down to the top to fill out of the grain leg. The air system is sitting there kind of parked in place, but not fully plumbed in yet. So it's not like it's up and running, but it's stacked. That's how she's gonna look. How was the ride? Pretty good? You want in? All right, I'll take that as a yes. We still got the combine in here. I've got some parts that actually are ordered in. Hopefully they'll be in today before I can wrap this thing up and finish it and get it out of the shop. On top of that, if you guys watched a few videos back, you saw that we had some drones out here kind of just running some demos showing what they can do as far as spraying crops with drones. Well, I wasn't planning on it. I didn't think it would happen this quickly, but we've actually got a drone company coming out this morning to look at spraying our fields. So this isn't Thomas, the guy that we had come out and do that demo. He's from much farther away than this guy. He's really busy out in, I want to say Ohio, but this guy is from about an hour and a half north of us, and he's actually coming to the area anyway. So Dad got his number somehow. I don't know, we'll see when he gets here. And no, we have never actually used drones yet to spray our fields, so this is gonna be a first for us. This is, it's like all of a sudden, the technology we've been talking about is here. It looks like they're already here. They're talking to Dad now, so I'll back this truck out so they've got access to water. Dad's gonna get him that main box of insecticide. In the meantime, I'm gonna carry him over some of this fungicide. So we're gonna spray the insecticide on to take care of the soybean aphids and the fungicide just for plant health reasons. This is what the farmers would call a generic quilt. It's azoxystrobin and propiconazole. Just honestly helps the plants out. Keeps the bad fungi away. And FBN's actually delivering more today. These are the only 3 boxes we have, so they're bringing a pallet out of some other stuff. We're gonna make sure we cover all of our acres. All right, we got them loaded up with our chem over here, and we're filling them up with water right now, so they'll load their own drones on their sprayer, just like Thomas did. They've got the generators here so they can charge batteries at the same time. I'm assuming their drones are hidden either in the box or in the pickup somewhere. I'm kind of interested in watching them set up. So I know they've got to map the field first. Oh no, they're applying right now. Well, they were only out here for 5 minutes or so, so I can't believe they're going that quick. There's a second drone up there, not wasting time. So this drone is going back and forth on the north half of the field. The other drone's going back and forth on the south half. There you can see it turning. That is cool, isn't it, Didge? Look how excited she is. They've both gone empty, so at the rate we're spraying, by my math, they should do a little over 4 acres each time. They hold 13 gallons, we're applying 3 gallons per acre. But that first one's already loaded, the second one will be loaded any second now, so they go quick, because that was only a few minutes there. There's a lot of talk about how inefficient drones can be, I guess you could say, because they're slow and they don't hold enough chemical and they don't have 120-foot wide booms. From what I see, from what I've seen in the demos and from what I see so far here this morning, it's just not the case. They're quick. I mean, they're out there, they're flying, there's no drive time. You know, they park in the middle of the field, one goes each direction and everything keeps moving. As far as batteries go, they charge way quicker than you would think. So they've got batteries charging all the time while they're applying. They snap them in and out. It's pretty amazing, really. They're not slow. On top of that, the road time with a sprayer takes a lot of time, driving down the road at 20, 25 miles an hour. These are on a trailer behind a pickup. And we got 2 inches of rain yesterday, and we're spraying our fields right now. That's why we called these guys. That's why they're here, because we have no prayer of getting on this field for a few days. So that one was in and loaded in, I would say a minute, and it's going again. And they never have to worry about driving down rows. You're not running over any crop at all. I kind of feel a little bit about drones the way I do about automated tractors, and everybody's saying it's never really gonna work. It's already here. It's already working. A lot of people like to naysay, and then other people just make things happen. All right, we got a truck coming today to come pick up these seed boxes. These, ironically, are also from FBN. So we've got an FBN truck coming with chemicals, and I think it's gonna be a separate truck that takes these boxes back home. But to save room in the truck and in the storage and whatever they do with these things afterward, they want the boxes broke down. So I'm gonna need both hands for that. First, pop the top off. Get this out of the way. It's a lot heavier than it looks. And if you've never seen inside one of these seed hard boxes before, there you go. It's in 2 pieces. We got to unlock it and flip it over. And now this is the heavy part. So if my back had healed up now, which it pretty much has, this is the perfect time to destroy it again. One done. The first one's always the toughest. The second one's always easier. There. Once you really know what you're doing, it gets much easier. So Dad ran to Midwest Machinery to get the parts I need for this combine. And I'm gonna kind of get set up so that I can climb in here and bolt them in. We took the pre-chaffer, pre-cleaner, pre-whatever you want to call it, a dealio tutor out. And I got to bolt some fingers in up there and some partitions down the sides here. That pre-cleaner deal is an option, kind of a side hill type of option, same with the partitions. We're just changing some stuff in here. And I'm gonna hope that these foam mats make it a little bit easier for a big guy to crawl around inside there. And while I'm waiting, I'm gonna do some greasing. Oh, must be enough. It came out the other side.
Broke those totes down by yourself?
Yeah.
Okay, that's kind of hard work, isn't it?
It's not as hard as trying to find all the grease zerks on the combine. That's actually a lot more difficult. You would think the map would lead you right to them because they got a map on each side, but I think it's a universal map for every combine they make, and it's been the same map for 20 years. So I think some of them are moved a little and some are not here anymore. Truck is here, but I don't know if it's the one with the chemicals or the one that's taking these totes. It's the chemical truck. We're gonna go ahead and put this in the dually so we can bring it out and deliver it to the guys running the drones right away. So we're gonna make our own generic quilt is what we call it, I guess. It's the same as the Propaz stuff I had before. These are generics. We got propiconazole and azoxystrobin. We're gonna mix those two together. That's gonna make the quilt fungicide that we've been spraying on. If you're a farmer and you're not an FBN member yet, I would recommend it. The membership is free. They've got a lot of perks to it once you figure out how to use the platform, use the system. It's pretty cool, including just using the app on your cell phone to order herbicides or insecticides, whatever you need, and they deliver it right to your farm. Link down below. They won't come out and grease my combine for me though. I've asked. I didn't actually ask, maybe they would. Big Green is all greased up. We got our extra parts here. I'm gonna go bolt in these parts first. Put them in my bolt bin here. You know what? This would work nicer. All right, now the hardest thing to get up there. The big guy.
In there, is there?
No, there's definitely not room for two.
You want me to run and get a pizza or something? Or not?
You could if you want. All right, I got all the combs in, or fingers, or whatever you want to call them. They just slow down as the grain is dumping off the pre-cleaner. They slow it down before it dumps onto the chaffer so it doesn't overload the front. Now I'm gonna work on putting these dividers in. It is not air conditioned back here and I don't have any extra headroom, but I got this done. So we got our shorter partitions in here and we got our fingers in so we're not overloading the front of the chaffer. We are not gonna miss a kernel this year. Fat guy in a little combine. I'm free. Oh, that's gonna be nice. No, I made it.
I still have that done, huh?
Yeah, that's done. Well, that was easy. It actually was, it was cramped and I sweated a lot. But I sweat a lot no matter what. Which is why I always keep plenty of Element on hand around the farm here. This is the stuff I use to recharge my electrolytes, particularly on sweaty days like we've got going on here today. Come on, there we go. This stuff has got potassium, magnesium, and a bunch of sodium in it because, believe it or not, most Americans actually don't get enough sodium, especially if you sweat as much as I have been lately. There is no sugar in this, no artificial stuff. It's just the stuff you need to recharge your electrolytes and keep you healthy, healthfully hydrated, healthily hydrated. Oh, that's good. Keeps my energy up, keeps the brain fog away, works with all kinds of diets like paleo, keto, fasting. The biggest thing I've noticed is completely losing my leg cramps at night. When I sleep at night, my leg cramps they basically take me to see God. And those have almost completely gone away by drinking 1 or 2 of these a day, especially on days where I'm sweating like today. They also have a no questions asked return policy, so if for some weird reason you don't like the stuff, just let them know and they'll completely refund you, no questions asked. I highly recommend trying it for yourself, especially if you're somebody that needs to hydrate a little bit better. All you gotta do is go to drinkelement.com/farmer and you're gonna get a free sample pack with any order, and then you can try the different flavors and see what you like best. Maybe it'll be watermelon like I got here. Or you can check out Element Sparkling, which is actually a carbonated can of the same stuff. Those are pretty awesome too. Anyway, check them out at the link below. I better get back to work here.
Just like that. Yep.
There's a lot of shields on these things. A lot of moving pieces that a person can get into, so they do a pretty good job of covering things up. Our second FBN truck of the day is here, Didge. They're just gonna grab our empties here and take them home. I picked that angle for marketing purposes. I don't know if you picked up on that or not. And we got the rest of the shields back on this thing, so while Dad's loading him up, I'm gonna fire this up and get it out of our way in the shop. Well, the big machine's out of the shop. Dad moved that one in. Now we're gonna pull the planter in to winterize that and get that off. And once that's done, we'll unhook that, move that bean head, unhook it right there, and put that tractor on the grain cart, which is around the corner back in here. But that's not all gonna happen today. Actually, most of that's not gonna happen today. But we're gonna wrap up our old concaves and grates here. Aw, I just swept that. And we're gonna put this pre-cleaner on, and we'll, I don't know, shrink wrap it up and put it on the shelf for now. And as long as the new ones work good, then I don't know what we'll do with these ones. For now, we're just gonna park them in here in the way like everything else in this corner. But I got plans for this corner, and I'm hoping those plans work out next week. Oh, it is hot in here, holy smokes. And the drone guys are on their way back here to get more water. Well, they got 405 acres done so far. They got the generators going, charging the batteries. Now they're full of water again. They're gonna go get another 450 acres done tonight. So we'll be over 850 acres done today. On a day that we couldn't go anyway because the fields are so muddy. So that's pretty efficient if you ask me. Now every year when we spray aphids, I have several people tell me that they think we need to make sure and check and make sure we actually have to spray them, because a lot of the times it's not worth spraying. Well, I don't know why, and the agronomist hasn't really been able to give me a direct answer, but for whatever reason, we're in a hotbed here. Everybody pretty much sprays every acre, every year, this time of year. We just have, we're lucky enough to be in that area, we get a lot of soybean aphids. So 10 days ago, we had about 10 to 20 aphids per plant. Right now, today, we have some areas that are up over 300 aphids per plant. That's in 10 days. So you can imagine how many we would have in another week. I've seen fields where they don't spray, and it completely takes all the moisture and the nutrients out of the plant, and it destroys the crop in that field. It is well worth spraying. If it wasn't, every farmer in this area wouldn't do it. There is a return on it, a huge return some years. So it's unfortunate. We aren't just out there having fun and spraying because we want something to do. It's just another necessary evil. It's one of those things. So just kind of a little bit of an explanation as to what we're doing here and why, and some of the people that think we don't need to be doing this every year. Did you have anything to add? Not really. Okay. Anyway, I'm done for the day. We're gonna go do some family stuff that time of year. Check out the merch store, link down below. We got this shirt. It comes with sleeves, but you can cut them off just like I did, and you'll look just as cool as me. That's probably not a good selling point, but anyway, thanks for watching.